Hey, what's up, guys? Today I am working on a grill that I got out of someone's trash. It was sitting out by the curb getting ready to get picked up by the trash, and so I stopped and looked at it, and it's dirty, as you can see, but I got to looking, and these burners are actually in really good shape. A lot of times, you know, these grills, these cheap grills, the burners are just all rusted out and, you know, they're useless. But the burners were in good shape. The outside of the grill is really in pretty good shape. Looks pretty nice. It's not all rusted out or anything. Hasn't been used in a while. The flame tamers are a little rusted up, but they can be cleaned up. You know, I didn't really think it should get thrown away. So I decided to pick it up and see what was wrong with it. So I brought it home and hooked up a propane tank to it, a full propane tank, and started trying to light it, and it wouldn't light. It would kind of act like it wanted to light. The burners I would almost see a flame come out of them, but it wouldn't stay lit. You know, I thought maybe the igniters were bad, so I brought my lighter out here to try and light them, and I still couldn't get it lit. So I knew my propane tank was full. It's a brand new propane tank, and it wasn't the igniters because my lighter wasn't working either. So most likely culprit is let me turn this around. Most likely culprit is this thing right here. It's a regulator. It's just a little hose that comes off the grill that hooks up to your propane tank that, you know, lets propane go to your grill. So what will happen is when these regulators go bad, you know, a couple different things could happen. The flame could get really low, or it could get to the point to where it's just there's not enough pressure to even light the burners, which is what I'm hoping is going on now. So what I did was I ordered a new regulator off of Amazon. Trusty old Amazon. You can pretty much find anything. And I'm gonna try hooking this thing up. I'll show you guys how it's done, and then we'll try lighting this grill up to see what's going on. I actually looked on my Lowe's and Home Depot sites, but they wanted like 20 bucks for a regulator, $19.99, both of them, and I was able to find a regulator on Amazon for like, I think it was $8. So I suggest you go out to Amazon and look for a regulator. Like always, most of the time the stuff that I use in these videos, I'll put a link if you want to jump over to Amazon. But I'm gonna get started working on this, and we'll see if it fixes it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just make sure my propane tank is turned off, and then I'm gonna take it loose, my regulator hose loose from the propane tank. Okay, so there we go, it's loose from the propane side, but now we've got to get it loose from up here. So one thing you want to be careful of with these grills, especially cheaper grills, is if you start to twist on this to unscrew it, it could be on there pretty tight, and you could end up messing up the fixture that's attached to the grill. And if you do that, it's just going to complicate the whole process. The grill might not even be worth putting that much work into it if you mess that up. So what you want to do, I just got some channel locks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this right here, okay, so I'm going to hold that right there so this side can't turn while I'm loosening this. There we go, looks like it loosened up. So I'm going to take it off there, and there you have it. There it is. So I'm going to take my new one, and it goes back on just as simple as it came off. Make sure that's good and tight on there, because you don't want propane leaking from here, okay? Because that could be a fire hazard. Get it good and tight on there. Okay, so there we go, that's on there. So now I'm just gonna hook this up to my propane tank. There we go. Turn my propane on. And I'm gonna kind of smell at that joint. I don't smell any propane coming out, so that's good. Sorry, you can kind of sniff up around this joint if you want, and even down here close to the propane tank to make sure no propane's coming out. You should smell it. Another thing you can do is you can actually fill a little spray bottle up with some really soapy water, lots of soap, and you can spritz it on here. And what'll happen is if it's leaking, you'll see bubbles coming up. But I don't smell anything, so I think it's okay. So now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to see if I can get this grill lit. Okay, so let's see what happens. Look at that. Like a new grill. Might be an igniter or two out over here, which is no big deal. Man, that thing's got a serious flame. Looks good. There you have it. About the simplest fix you can do to a grill. Replace the regulator. I picked this thing up out of the trash, so I have all of about $8 in it for putting a regulator on it. So if you guys are having problems with your burners, they're not igniting, even if you're using a lighter, or there's just like a really low flame, chances are your regulator is going bad or has gone bad. So just order yourself a new regulator off Amazon, or you can go to Lowe's or one of these places and pick one up. You might pay just a little bit more. You saw how easy it was to replace it. Don't throw away something you probably paid several $100s for. All right, good luck. Keep up the DIY. Talk to you soon.